Today we'll be talking about Martha Nussbaum's objectification and how people are treated as objects. We don't know exactly what objectification is, but according to Nussbaum, there are at least 7 behaviors that make up objectification or cause it. And what qualifies as objectification and what it isn't depends on the relationship between the object and the objectifier. In other words, behaviors have to be taken in. Some may be harmful and others may actually be objectification. These 7 behaviors are instrumentality, denial of subjectivity, denial of autonomy, inertness, fungibility, violability, and ownership. In Nussbaum's opinion, instrumentality, or treating another person as a tool for your own purposes, is the worst one, because it seems to be the behavior that causes objectification in all other behaviors. Nussbaum describes 4 different views on how to interpret these behaviors and what causes objectification. According to Kant, sexual desire is a force strong enough to cause a thing-like treatment of other people as tools for your own satisfaction, and the only solution to prevent instrumentalization is marriage. To Kant, porn is bad because it turns people into masturbatory tools, and it dehumanizes them by associating them with their body parts and genitals instead of their actual person. Mackinnon and Dworkin agree with Kant that all people deserve respect, but they believe that it's possible to have a relationship where people can give up some behaviors without damaging one another or instrumentalizing one another, and an example of this is in gay sex. To them, the problem is male dominance and hierarchy that's displayed in marriage and in porn. Lawrence's view, on the other hand, is that porn is okay. In sexual interaction, associating people with their body parts is adding to the individual, whereas Kant sees it as taking it away from them. This kind of sexuality enhances relationships, which limits what kind of behaviors can be interpreted as objectifying. So where Kant sees the desexualization of women in Britain as a good thing, Mackinnon, Dworkin, and Lawrence see it as taking away what is really them. As Mackinnon says, sexuality is to feminism what work is to Marxism. So Lawrence would agree that pornography, like Playboy, would be a good thing because it associates women with their body parts and adds to the woman's identity. Then there's Moore's view, who agrees that gay sex is good but for a different reason. Moore thinks that there's equality in anonymous, promiscuous sex. However, in that case, there isn't even a relationship to identify. Nussbaum doesn't come to a clear conclusion on any of this, but sympathizes with each of these in different ways, and essentially suggests that porn of any kind falls under objectification and is therefore bad. I agree with this view and parts of other views as well, however I side more with Lawrence. Playboy, softcore porn, and other subtle or even obvious sexual references are an expression of oneself, and the self does include the body. Displaying these attitudes in relationships will raise the respect for the other person, and enhance relationships overall, which will minimize objectification and instrumentalization. Sex is a natural and human physical act that should be embraced. Denying it or covering it up in any way is dehumanizing in itself, because it is a rejection of part of us. That being said, it must be embraced with equality and sensitivity of one another. So we need to prevent hardcore and instrumentalizing porn from ruining what is really a good thing.